Hi guys, hope you're all okay. It's Chantal, welcome back to my channel. So today is such a beautiful day outside. The sun's shining, I've been sitting out in the garden just getting a little bit of sunshine and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Long may it last. I'm hoping that we'll have a really lovely spring and summertime because I think we really deserve it this year. It's been a long, hard winter. So I was thinking about fragrances in the spring and summer. The types that I love to wear are like really bright and happy fragrances. And I've totally felt that way today. I felt so happy. The sunshine is just so good for you. It automatically uplifts your spirit. So I was thinking of like really happy fragrances that I can't wait to pull out. So the first one I thought of is on a nice sunny day, I love to like put me washing out on the line, and I love that like clean linen smell. And a fragrance that gives that vibe is by Clean Reserve, and this one's Warm Cotton. And honestly, this is the most fresh, clean laundry fragrance. It's so beautiful and it just puts a smile on my face as soon as I smell it. It just smells like you're wearing really clean, just off the line clothes, and I love that smell. I love, as well as like really powerful fragrances, if you've watched my channel before, you know I like a powerhouse, but I love like the smell of like just like an effortless smell, as if you've just stepped out the shower and put on really clean fresh clothes. And that's exactly what this fragrance smells like, and I love it so much. As well as it being like really clean and fresh, it has got a warmness to it which just smells amazing. And this is one that I'm going to be reaching for so much in the spring and summertime, and it definitely puts a smile on my face anytime I wear it. So love that one. Warm Cotton by Clean Reserve. Another super clean smelling fragrance in the same sort of vein as the Warm Cotton is such an affordable one. It's called Above the Clouds and it's from H&M. Honestly, this is beautiful. Again, it's that fresh linen smell, but this one's even brighter than the Warm Cotton. It's more bright, and I would say more like sharp in a good way. Like it's got that sharp sort of brightness and more like, I'd say like really happy, clean smelling, but it's definitely brighter than the Warm Cotton. It hasn't got that warmness to it. It's just like a burst of freshness. And this is another one that I really love and love to pull out in the spring and summertime, especially like when I'm just out the shower or when I'm just gonna go pottering around the house and sitting in the garden. This is a sort of fragrance that I absolutely love. It's an effortless, clean smelling, just so fresh, beautiful one, and it's such an affordable price. This one actually smells really good, and it lasts quite a while on my skin, to be honest. So I'm so happy to have this one. If this one's still available at H&M, because I didn't check, I think it is, I would definitely recommend you picking it up because it's such a beautiful, clean, happy smelling fragrance. Love it. The next one makes me like super happy for a totally different reason. It's Lalique Amethyst, and this one is like a really juicy berry fragrance, and this makes me think of like blackberry picking and walking through like woodland or a forest, and the smell of those ripe blackberries, and you know, like when you bite into them and you get the juice running down your face like when you were a kid. That's exactly what this smells like. It's got a beautiful freshness to it, but it's also slightly woody. But it just, I love the smell of like fresh, juicy blackberries and black currants, and that's exactly what I get from this. And it just makes us feel so happy. I think this is stunning in the springtime. I would also wear it in the summer and also the autumn as well. I probably would wear this one all year round, probably not in the winter, but every other season. I think this smells absolutely amazing. And if you like a really good berry fragrance, this is definitely one to check out. It's super affordable as well, and it just smells amazing and a lot more expensive than it is. It's just absolutely beautiful, and that's Amethyst by Lalique. Then we've got an absolute classic. I think everyone's tried this fragrance, maybe like the original version, but one of these, Dolce & Gabbana light blue, this is the intense one. Everyone's must have smelled this or the original. This is such a bright, uplifting, citrusy fragrance. You've got Granny Smith apple in there, and it's just that beautiful burst of freshness. And you know when you like bite into a green apple and you get that sort of tartness, that's what you get in this fragrance. And I love this one so much. I wear this quite a lot in the spring and summertime after a bath on a night. I don't know what it is, but I love getting out of a nice bath, spraying this on, and it just smells so fresh. And you know, like on a warm summer's night, this just makes you smell beautiful. I think it really shines in the summertime. But my husband adores this one. Every time I put this one on, he always says what you're wearing, and it's always this fragrance, and I always tell him, but he never actually notices what it is. But without fail, every time I wear it, he absolutely loves it. And I just think it's such a good freshy, really happy and uplifting. You just can't go wrong with this one, and I love it so much. Dolce & Gabbana light blue intense. Another super affordable fragrance that I reach for all the time in the spring and summer, and it's so cheerful, it's such a cheerful fragrance, is Calvin Klein Into You Her. Now this is the most beautiful, fresh, bright, uplifting, citrusy fragrance. There's grapefruit in this one, which I get quite a lot of. Oh, I love this so much. I think this smells so expensive, and it's super affordable. And I've seen a lot of people say that this one reminds them a little bit of Fragrance de Bois Santal Complete. I still haven't got my nose on that fragrance. I really want to, because I think if it's anything like this, I'd love it so much. The only downside to this one is it doesn't last all that long on your skin. You definitely need to take it with you if you're going somewhere, and you will definitely have to reapply it, which I don't mind because it's so affordable, and honestly it smells so good, especially that opening. It's just so refreshing, it's so happy, it's so uplifting. And I could honestly sit and smell this all day. If this one lasted longer, I would say I would put it like in my top 10 fragrances because I love it that much. I think it's so good, and I would definitely recommend it to absolutely everyone. I know this is targeted towards women, but it's definitely unisex, and I just adore it. So if you can get your hands on it, I would definitely recommend it if you love a really fresh, happy, uplifting fragrance for the spring and summertime. That's Calvin Klein Into You Her. The next one is the most beautiful, juicy pineapple fragrance I've ever smelled. This one is like mouth watering. It's that good. It's Terence Hughes Haze Blue. This is just absolutely beautiful. We went for a meal last night, like me and my husband and the kids, my parents and my brother, and I actually wore this, and honestly, it smells so juicy and edible and fresh. It's just absolutely stunning, and I love this one, especially as the weather's warming up. If you want like a really happy, beautiful pineapple and citrus fragrance that lasts forever on the skin and has a beautiful projection, this is definitely one to check out, because for a citrus fragrance, this one's projection and lasting power is amazing, and I definitely recommend it. It's just so good and perfect as the weather's warming up. So that's Terence Hughes Haze Blue. Then we've got an absolute favourite of mine. I've spoke about it I don't know how many times on this channel, but I just can't stop because I love it so much. It's Creed's Virgin Island Water. Now, if you want a tropical getaway by just spraying a fragrance, that's exactly what you're going to get from this. It's the most beautiful lime and coconut fragrance. You've got some rum in there. It's a little bit boozy. It's just like lying on a beach, drinking cocktails. I love it so much, and honestly, it does take it on like a summer holiday, and I think it's perfect. Such a happy, sort of happy-go-lucky fragrance. Something that I always want to reach for in the summertime. If I could only have like one fragrance to wear throughout the whole summer, this would be it. It's such a great one. I definitely recommend it. Some people say that they don't get the lasting power from this one, but I feel super lucky because it lasts for ages on my skin, and it really does project. It's not like a skin scent on me at all, so I definitely would recommend sampling this one. Such a beautiful spring and summer, bright, breezy, uplifting, boozy fragrance. Virgin Island Water by Creed. Another super happy one is a fragrance that I very recently added into my collection, and this one took me by surprise. I really enjoy it. It's by L'Occitane and it's called Verveine. Now, this is just happiness in a bottle. If you bottled up happiness, I think this is what it would smell like. It's just super fresh and really refreshing. It's one that I can imagine just like spraying on a really hot summer's day. It's so beautiful. It's super citrusy. There's a whole load of Verveine in this one. It's just such a happy fragrance that I can see myself going through quite quickly because it is one of those like get up and go sort of fragrances for the spring and summer when you want that hit of freshness. The only thing I would say is this one is a EDT and it doesn't last very long on my skin. I get around 2 hours from it, but it's one that I don't mind reapplying because it is that sort of burst of freshness for the hot weather, and I'm really enjoying it. That's Verveine by L'Occitane. The next one is a fragrance that I absolutely adore, and it fills me with happiness every time I wear it. I've told the whole story about this one before, and it's Juliette Has A Gun Lipstick Fever. And the reason why I love this one so much is my friend Sal from the channel Sally Marion sent me like a sample of this fragrance, and I wore it like it was just before lockdown, and I wore it on a day out with my family, and we hadn't seen each other for a little while. We hadn't had like a proper day out for ages, like with my parents, and they had missed seeing the kids, and even though we spoke on the phone every day and stuff, it wasn't the same. And we went for the most beautiful day out. It was a lovely hot day, and we went to like the beach and had food, and it was just such a magical day because we hadn't seen them for a while. And I wore this fragrance, and it, every time I smell it, it brings back those like really happy memories. But I think this is like a really happy fragrance overall. To me, it's really bright and uplifting, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This one is like a raspberry sort of makeup type of smell. I also get like a leather vibe from it as well. Oh, I adore this so much. If you love like raspberry sort of lipstick style fragrances, I would highly recommend Lipstick Fever because it's just so beautiful. It's quite different to other like makeup-y fragrances in my opinion. This one's like brighter and more uplifting, and there's just something about it that I absolutely adore. And this is one that I'll forever have in my collection. I'll always treasure this fragrance for as long as it's available. So yeah, highly recommend checking out Juliette Has A Gun Lipstick Fever. Absolutely beautiful. And last but definitely not least is such a beautiful fragrance. Another one that just brings a whole load of happiness to me every time I smell it. It's YSL Cinema. Now this is like a really fresh sort of citrusy vanilla fragrance. It's so gorgeous. And you know what? This one reminds me slightly of Calvin Klein Into You. Now, I wouldn't say like the dupes or anything like that. This is not a dupe for this fragrance by any means, but they give us like a similar sort of vibe in a way. This one definitely lasts longer. It's more well blended. And for me, this is just like an absolute classic. It's such a beautiful fragrance and I love it so much. This is super versatile. I think you could wear this for any occasion and at any time of the year. And it's one of those fragrances that you put on and it elevates like any outfit you're wearing. It makes you feel super bright and happy. And it's just the type of fragrance that I absolutely adore. So if you haven't smelled YSL Cinema, I'd highly recommend it, especially for the spring and summertime. Love it so much. That's YSL Cinema. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop into the comments and let me know what's your super uplifting, bright and happy fragrance for the spring and summertime. Also, give us a big thumbs up if you like the video. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Also press the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I upload my next video. And I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Bye.